All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is exploring a really powerful theme, and especially as healers, coaches, and healer. If you're a healer coach like me, this is something that you will come across very, very often, which is we're talking about, of course, the power of truth. And so, if you are in the process of building a business, or maybe you've just kind of gone past that initial phase and now you're in the process of, scaling up your business, regardless of where you might be, something to remember, of course, is, as I said, the power of truth. Now, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to saying what you can do, what you will do, and what you know that you really are able to do, one question remains, of course, are you being truthful all the time? Or are you kind of mixing up white lies in making claims that sound, interesting, or claims that, are able to get people's attention? And then, of course, when you kind of show up, people have maybe a mixed reaction. So this is, of course, one of the areas where you will notice, your intention to stick to the truth, or you're willing to kind of explore a little bit of, the gray areas, shall we say. The other area, of course, when we talk about truth, is being authentic. So have you at this point already figured out what is your message? And if you have, is this a message that maybe isn't so popular? And therefore, if it isn't so popular, are you willing to stick with it? Or are you, uh, do you get lured into, as we call it, like the shiny objects or the shiny object syndrome? And so therefore, you're, um, trying to distract people, even though you know heart of hearts that you are meant to do something else. I know that even in my journey, there have been many times in the past where I could have gone one route, but I chose to go a different route, only to realize later that I wasn't being entirely true to my truth or true to my core. And in this work that we do, it's very easy to discover it. Whether it is when you're onboarding a client, whether it is when you're running a program, are you able to stick to the truth, and are you able to come from that space of authenticity? Or instead, do you find yourself, kind of flirting with the grayness, um, where part of it is truth and part of it is just kind of hoping that you will not get found out? And I say this also because for a lot of us, and a lot of times when we talk about, the what's that expression? Uh, It'll come to me in a second. But basically, it's like when you have this feeling of getting caught out, the question is, why does that happen? Because if and that expression, of course, is the imposter syndrome. So sometimes when you get caught up in that, there's a large part of that is because maybe you don't believe the claims that you're making. And so instead, if you're choosing to do what's hard initially, which is, of course, be true to yourself, and when you're willing to stick it out long enough, you will, of course, notice that eventually you are completely in alignment with what you believe in. And so, my question to you, of course, is as we start to wrap up, is, are you living your truth right now? And are you being true to what you say that you can do and will do and are doing? And of course, as always, these pods are made in service of you. There's a reason why I have been doing this literally now closer to 3 years, literally, showing up every day and recording a pod. One main reason, of course, is just to remind you that you are not alone on this journey of being a healer coach or a healer coach like me. And of course, there are more ways in which we can continue to connect. We do have a program called the Eye Hypnosis Life Experiences. This happens every Monday and Friday between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. It's a great way for you to meet me live and of course, for you to meet members of our community life. There's a lot of deep sharing that happens and a lot of exploration in the area of healing and personal growth. So if this is something that you're looking for, you want to be part of a community, this is your first way to get involved and to see that, do you align with this community, and does this community, more importantly, align with you and your truth. And if you like what you're getting here, you can go deeper. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have what is our paid track. As someone very rightly said, those who pay attention. So the first of four tracks is our foundation program. This happens every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And on the weekend, we have another batch between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And of course, once you've attended this 3-day process, if you feel that you have really, got a lot of value out of this and you want to go deeper, you can join our advanced program. And this is a 3-month process. It's a renewable membership. So this is another way for you to go deeper, for you to really do a lot of that inner work, whether it is on, connecting into and tapping into your soul identity, or of course being able to, literally break your toxic habits, and more importantly, open up those portals for your money breakthroughs. And in addition to this, if you want to learn the skills which I use in all of these programs, this is something that I have been honing and, been teaching as well. Now, over the last 2 decades, I've been, using it in my programs, using it in my one-on-one sessions for more than 20 years now. And so this is your opportunity to learn this, 90-day process. And this is, of course, the mastery program. Last but not the least, of course, on if you're looking to be mentored and you want, we want me to coach you personally, you can definitely reach out and ask for more details. Every ever so often, a couple of seats open up, so you can definitely come and join in. And of course, having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.